Hello, it's your boy PokeWest here with another video, and we have made it. We have made it to the anime arc. Probably one of the most controversial, but important arcs of SNG4. Yes, a lot of modern arcs are probably a bit more controversial. However, I feel like the anime arc where all of this controversy is surrounded. Mostly the divide between older and newer fans. A lot of older fans who came during the blooper era often don't like this, but those that came around for like the Gmod or like Waluigi, Rapper Bob, I personally came during the YouTube arc, are often more fans of arcs like this and deep storytelling. And obviously, since I have been here since 2020 when the YouTube arc first released, I am a fan of a lot of the arcs. However, the anime arc being so divisive is interesting to me because we're going to get to a point where the community is going to be divided further, like I said. I'm going to be honest, that's just every community nowadays, especially between the old fans and the new fans. Now, that's not the only split. Look at the Amazing Digital Circus. They're split quite evenly too. Another show by Glitch. And it's been divisive ever since the pilot. And I just want to say I probably will be reviewing the Amazing Digital Circus when it comes out. I have not made the choice if I'm going to cover the whole thing in the video or if I'm going to split it into two videos like this one. I was originally going to do the full video, but then I thought, well, if I do two videos, I can do one now, upload it before the finale releases, and then I can have one for after the finale. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see it all in one, or if I should just divide it. And yes, that's going to be for every Glitch show. Every Glitch show, I'm just going to wait for it to be complete, then I'll review it. Unless you guys are like really wanting me to review something. Well, I guess we kind of talked about the divisiveness of this arc already, so let's get into it. I don't really want to go into behind the scenes. I'm going to give snippets of it throughout this review, but there's also a lot of spoilers, so I'm not going to do that. And you should also just watch the arc if you don't want to hear spoilers, because this is a very good arc, in my opinion. However, this is unfortunately the last arc I can give behind the scenes to, because the only two arcs they have really given behind the scenes is Waluigi and this one. So I cannot, say why they decided to do something like this for any of the 2020 arcs. It's sad, I know, and I will try my best to give you behind the scenes information and some facts. But with that out of the way, let's get into the anime arc. Anyway, the arc begins with Mario napping and having a peaceful day. She is training for Splatfest with Tari and wants Mario to join in as well. However,
let's do this!
Hey, what's up, fishes? Holy fish dicks!
Hey guys!
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Boopkins and Bob come in announcing their anime battle, and they want Meggy to be the judge of it.
Just to suffer.
Sounds like a yes to me.
She obviously declines with her distaste for anime, and leaves the other members wondering who could possibly judge this contest. Well, I say the best person in all the crew to judge this is Jeeve. Oh wait, he hates them. Well, but I guess with nobody else that comes to mind.
Is that all?
Well, with Tori now judging the contest, we go into the first challenge. Oh my god, why are my CHs so hard to pronounce? The first challenge is who can run like Naruto the fastest. It starts with Boopkins and Bob in the league, but Bob trips Boopkins, leaving it up to Mario to beat Bob. They then use the Shadow Clone technique.
I don't know about that. One G.
Impressive. Now it's my turn. I don't know about my butt cheek. Oh, God.
However, Bob's power is too strong, so he gets knocked off the map, and Mario wins the first challenge.
Bitches!
However, the next challenge is who can do the best anime love confession, which, oh my god, this is one of the most cringy things I've ever seen. Why did you have to do my girl Tori like this? Tori rightfully says nobody won this. The next challenge is who can scream like Goku the best. Boopkins runs out of oxygen and dies. And oh my god, that is so cute, Tori. She reminds me of that one girl from the Blueberry Academy League in Pokemon. Oh, that's cute. Bob and Mario are left, and they both show their strengths, but Mario was unable to handle the power and his head explodes. And that leaves Bob as the winner.
Powerful. No one can defeat me.
Alright, hey Shaggy, listen, I know I owe you the money, but... The next one is who can speak the best Japanese. Mario and Bob, well...
Watashi wa babu desu, me love you long time.
Let's go.
I just realized you are made in Japan, Mario. And Bob. How? Boopkins, however...
それは恐怖しているということではないのかね。登らなくてはならないと心では思ってはいるが、あまりに恐ろしいので無意識のうちに逆に体は降りていたといったところかな。
Wow, he actually remembers he's a Japanese character. The next challenge is who can win an anime argument. Bob and Boopkins, well...
Your anime knowledge is far less superior than mine!
Oh yeah. Well, I summon my trap card. It counters any argument, bitch.
No, it can't be!
Tori just declares Mario the winner. Honestly, sure, why not? The final one is the moment we've all been waiting for. Dum 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 dum. Kinger, what happened to you? Who can win an anime battle? And it is a pretty close battle, which I'm gonna skip over. All you have to know is Bob accidentally destroys Peach's castle during it.
Whee! La 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 la. Ha!
Now, before we see the repercussions of what just happened, let's review the episode. I kind of like it, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a fan of these types of episodes where it's segmented, like the Mario Challenge or Challenge 64 and other videos. Like, that is a pretty decent video, and I like watching those types of videos. You probably wouldn't even know it was about to start the anime arc. However, it will. So let's get into the next episode. Now, normally we would just break Peach's stuff and get over it. However, this one actually had consequences.
Breaking news! Anime trends have swept across the Mushroom Kingdom. People have been Naruto running and anime battling all across the land. In response, Princess Peach has decreed anime a public health threat and banned it forever. An official division known as the Anime Secret Service, aka the ASS, have been established to stop the distribution of now illegal anime.
So, the news says anime has been banned. And we cut to Boopkins.
Oh no!
That's rough, buddy. However, Lemmy tells Boopkins he can get them hooked on some anime, and we are taken to the back alley where Bob is dealing it. Of course, if anything is illegal in the Mushroom Kingdom, Bob's going to be dealing it. The worst part about that, I can totally believe that he planned this. Like, think about it. He broke Peach's castle, got anime banned, and now he's making banks off this new illegal product that people want. Unfortunately, his operation is cut short by the Anime Secret Service, or ASS. We also find out that SMG4 has joined the feds. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He does live in the castle rent-free. He has to be paying Peach back in some way.
Oh, hell no!
However, Lemmy points out that without Bob, the cargo can't be delivered to its drop-off point, but seeing a way to get money, Mario decides to drive the truck, with Boopkins, who is also promised unlimited anime.
Limited anime!
Luigi obviously opposes.
God damn it! God damn it! God, you broke the rules! You broke the rules! Everyone's gonna be mad at me!
Oh.
Mario and Boopkins try to smuggle the cargo, but reach a checkpoint. I mean, it can't be that bad.
Can you believe these trash bozos?
Tactical nuke incoming!
God damn it, the government has a laser now. Luckily, Mario has an idea to distract the guards.
Konnichiwa, you magnificent bastards!
Okay? Well, it works, and they are able to get past the drop-off point. They make it to the warehouse where these two guards check the booty. However, they sound a bit familiar.
Holy crap, that is the weirdest I've ever seen. I don't know what you're talking about. I am definitely not in disguise.
Yep, it's the duo themselves, my favorite character before a certain one was introduced, Chris and Swag.
All surprised.
Mario, what do we do?
And they are not happy at the crew. Yeah, they got a job at ASS after they got fired from the prison, and because that was basically Mario and their gang's fault, he's not happy.
I wanna hurt you!
Yes, we do. We lost our jobs in the prison because of these assholes. Remember this, boys?
They take SMG4 hostage. However, Chris and Swag just...
Do we have to go after them?
Let's just say that SMG4 double-crossed us and call it a day.
Well, that's one way of getting out of work. Anyway, they lost all that cargo, and obviously, the people in charge of the anime cartel are kind of mad.
Dear God. It's...
Okay, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Francis, I cannot take you seriously. Like actual cartels and, like, terrorists rely on, like, fear-mongering. Like, I'm pretty sure one guy made a whole video about, like, pirates and branding. Like, go watch that. If your cartel can't make me, like, scared, like, you are not running a cartel, you're running a circus. Luckily for the cast, because SMG4 works for ASS, he is useful to them in smuggling someone out of the country. So congratulations, you won't end up in a football stadium. Anyway, they get to the airport where they see Psycho.
Does anyone have a gun?
Boopkins is obviously confused because why is Psycho at the airport? I mean, why? She has nothing to do with anime, she just is anime.
Oh, why are you leaving the kingdom?
エネル、この辺り。ハロー、あんたたちがやったことの。
But we want you to stay.
No, we don't.
みんな、ここまでみたい。バカにして。
Oh, no. That's just messed up, man.
Yep, they're not just burning anime products, manga, and DVDs. They're deporting actual people, and that's when SMG4 draws the line. Okay. I know this is going to sound very similar to events that have been currently going on. Let's just ignore it and just have fun. Yep, let's just not draw parallels. The cast decide to go with her to Japan, leading to the next episode. Mario goes to...
Let's go!
Oh no! Ma tutto da ripeto, tutto ripeto, tutto una pacchia da pato.
Okay, it's time to give my thoughts on the episode. I like it. The delivery stuff didn't last that long and was not noticeable, but it's great to see the consequences of the anime ban. SMG4 only joins the Anime Secret Service because he thought it was just about getting rid of like mangas and DVDs, like I said. But then when he finds out that his friends are being kicked out of the Mushroom Kingdom, he stood his ground and decided to help. I can't really say that about modern SMG4 though, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, let's talk about some of the behind the scenes for the anime arc. So, the original idea for the anime arc was for this episode to be the whole arc. Boopkins would become an anime smuggler and he would start his own company called Boopco. However, they were having trouble writing for that, so they went with something else. Anyway, let's get to the next episode, Mario's Lemonade Stand, which is one of my favorite episodes, actually. To help get the money back that he lost, he decides to start a lemonade stand. So, the last episode said, I have a secret mission for you, and it's just a lemonade stand? What? Unfortunately, Mario is really bad at running this lemonade stand.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas. That'll be $85.
Tori does appear and is a bit sad because everybody went to Japan. Mario suggests that Tori come help with the lemonade stand.
Oh no!
You're getting 7 across the ass!
Oh no! Ugh, yuck!
Oh no!
She doesn't really want to be associated with the anime cartel. Or here's an idea. Just use Tori to use her Meta Runner powers to trap them in an anime like Attack on Titans. Really hard to survive that! She agrees to help though, and Mario...
Here we go!
Okay, Mario, that's not where lemonade comes from. Tori luckily knows where they actually come from, and they go to a lemon tree to restock. However, they still are having trouble advertising lemonade to customers.
Hey, whatever your name is, stupid bitch!
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Luckily for them, Shroomy appears.
What's going on?
Ooh.
A tiny bit, I guess.
Aha! Is that all? Hey, that's pretty.
A take back everything I said about Tori being cute. She is creeping me out. But before the sale can go through between Shroomy and Mario, Jeeves shows up. You know, the memorable SMG4 character Jeeves. Well, okay, to be fair, he's probably more memorable now, just not really in future arcs. That's the problem with SMG4. They forget a lot of these characters. We'll get to that when we get to that, like I've been saying. However, Jeeves is also very pissed at Mario because, in another SMG4 episode, Mario goes to get milk. He kind of screwed with his business. And now he's very mad that he's selling lemonade on his turf.
Yeah, take that! Look at my dick!
Now stand back, I gotta practice my stabbing.
Man, even though he screwed your business over, it's kind of a jackass move to destroy someone's lemonade stand. But it's also a dumb move to put your lemonade stand near a frickin' milk bar. Which only sells milk. Like, not even cookies. Like, really? Really? I kind of see why people are just going... Why he's scared that someone else is going to steal his business. It's not a good business.
It's because your business model is absolute shit!
Mario gets help from the cartel to run Jeeves out of business. It doesn't go well.
What the hell did you say?
Anime is awesome. There is no greater form of entertainment on the face of the earth.
However, they instead tried to sabotage his business by...
Hello, Governor.
Can I take your order?
I'll have to know.
The mic party.
What the hell? La 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 la. I cannot wait to try this new down. Oh my god, it smells like shit.
They go into a discount war. God, I wish this would happen with modern companies. However, they are both screwed when Waluigi's taco stand opens up. However, Shroomy is left and is very thirsty, so they fight over him. Oh gosh, I'm getting flashbacks, Tori. Tori, being the good being that she is, wonders if they should try to stop them from killing each other, but Mario says that it isn't his business. Unfortunately for him, he's somebody else's business. Yep, Meggy shows up and tries to get Mario to train for Splatfest with her, though he says, but I'm in the middle of a gang war, so she shuts them up and calls them losers. Like, again, you're a cartel, and you're just whining because they're like, you guys are lame. Which you are. Like I said, branding. Anyway, this is one of my favorite episodes of SMG4. Like, even with it not really having anything to do with the anime arc, it's still a pretty good episode, and I would recommend.
I just wanted something to drink.
We cut to Japan, where we catch up with the others, and yes, this is a Shrip video. I did not talk about this with the other Shrip videos. At least I don't think I did. And I didn't do that because, one, it wasn't really counted in the playlist I looked at, and two, it's connected to an arc, so I was going to talk about it eventually. Psycho's showing them around Japan, and it's a fun outing. They eventually go to what I presume is Tokyo. They go into an anime shop. However, Psycho is mistaken for a creature of a guy named Axel.
Yes! Yes!
famous Japanese comic artist in the entire world. His manga Nova Explorers is one of the highest selling comics of all time.
You think Glitch is ever gonna turn Nova Explorers into its own show, its own comic? Or did they already do that? I don't know.
You looking sexy. Wanna hang out?
Oh, I guess Bob has always had a thing for Birdo. Boopkins, being a fan, tries to get his autograph, but instead gets a pencil to the face. They then see Axel's power to bring anime to life with his magic pen. Which I'm going to talk about in another video because it looks very similar to a certain somebody else. But the gang is really interested in this anime power, especially Psycho, so they follow him while he's getting away on a giant Snorlax. I would love to see how Luke's brain works. The gang try to catch up to him, and he escapes on a Thomas. Oh, yes, I remember this summoning jutsu. Thomas Jutsu!
What's going on in here? Yo, man, what's up?
Oh, come on, Psycho. DDD is one of the best Kirby characters. Have you not seen him in the anime? They do make it to his apartment, but unfortunately he has someone from Johto that I don't know because I've never seen that anime guard his door.
Wait, hold on. Look.
Notice me, senpai! No!
Does somebody on the SMG4 crew just hate Kirby? Why does Waddle Dee have to get slapped? Actually, on closer inspection, it's not Waddle Dee, it's that dude. I don't know his name, though. However, they do have a plan. They have Psycho pretend to be a statue, and Bob pretends to be the one that created her. It works, and Axel allows them in his very filthy apartment. Jesus Christ. Have you ever heard of...
Welcome!
Axel especially gets excited after Psycho moves, after realizing she's alive.
Teach me, Sensei! So cool! How'd you do it?
あんたについていく気もない。
Useless idiots!
Well, she was brought to life by a magic wand, so I guess just add a magic function to Inkweaver. Oh, and yeah, that's the name of Axel's pen. Boopkins explains that he didn't mean to trick Axel, but it's been hard ever since the anime ban in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Enter week 3 of the anime ban with the anime secret service cracking down even harder on everyone's favorite Japanese cartoons.
Hang on. You've been gone for 3 weeks? Okay, I googled it. A trip to Japan often takes 2 weeks, and I think it might be like a whole day to fly there. And shorter in Australia, but even in America. But 2 weeks. What have you been doing with that one extra week? Or have you just been ignoring the crisis in the Mushroom Kingdom? You just been in Japan for 3 weeks? My god. Axel, seeing all of this happening, decides to help them by going back to the Mushroom Kingdom. That it's his destiny to bring anime back.
Yay, anime! Woohoo!
We're doomed, aren't we? Anyway, this episode's okay. Introduces us to Axel, which I'll talk about later. About some of the behind the scenes with him. But honestly, it's a mid-episode, but does at least expand the story. The next episode is Meggy's Boot Camp. The Splatfest is in 2 weeks, so Meggy has to train. Mario, Tari, and Luigi in the ways of Splatoon.
Luigi, excuse me. Sorry.
4 weeks. They've been gone for 4 weeks. And you think they're just on vacation? If my friends were gone for 4 weeks, I would think they're dead. Like, are you serious? Anyway, we see them try practicing their aim, and it does not look good. I like the callback to the Waluigi arc, but is the difference between this and the duck shooting game, like, in actuality, she's gonna be moving in Turf War, but are you serious? Anyway, next is an obstacle course. Luigi doesn't even get past the first stretch. Tari gets stuck on the rope, and Mario... Meggy is quite upset because no one's taking this as seriously as she is. Meggy goes on the rooftop crying, and the rooftop scene, as it's called, is something that will be called back to in many episodes. Though this wasn't the first one, it was actually in the episode where Meggy was introduced, if Mario was in Splatoon. Maybe I'll talk about that episode if I decide to group a bunch of episodes together or make a video all about Meggy. So let me know if you would like to see that in the comments below. Anyway, it's been 2 years since that episode when she met Mario, and ever since then she has not won a single Splatfest, even though she promised Mario she would. Meggy thinking she's a disappointment, but Mario tries to cheer her up.
Oh.
But she's also sad that she put the gang through a lot. Oh, you have no idea what you're gonna put this gang through. And us. She starts crying. And oh my god, it is so hard to hear an Inkling cry. It's like listening to a dog whimper. Right, Fighto? Mario cheers Meggy up by offering her his lunch. My ship! And Luigi and Tari show up and tell her that it's okay and they forgive her. It's quite understandable too. Like, you have had moments where you're under pressure. Okay, so they go back to training.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Mario number 1. I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it!
Awesome! Here I go! Go, Luigi! Go, Luigi! Go, Luigi! Luigi! Go! Oh yeah! Go, Luigi! Come here, fishy!
Quick mess! You are dead!
And it's going well until this Octoling, Dusty, shows up, who I'm going to have to explain to all of you. Just bear with me. I'm just going to go off script. So, there was, if Mario was in Splatoon, but there was also a second one, and in that, there was this character named Dusty, and she was trying to steal Mario from Meggy. Which, you know, with all the Mario x Meggy stuff I have seen, I'm surprised no one's done, like, this love triangle with Mario, Meggy, and Dusty, where Dusty's trying to steal Mario, and Meggy's trying to keep her man, and I just gave the shippers an idea, and I'm gonna have to live with the consequences of that, aren't I? crap! Good news is that she is not here to steal Mario. Bad news, she's here to steal their weapons.
It's been a while.
No, not that weapons. We are way too soon to get into that magnificence. Unfortunately, she does get the weapons and takes them back to her base. And because they don't have their Splat weapons, they can't participate in Splatfest. Which is weird. Like, you have to bring your own weapon to this event. Like, why? It's like bringing your own golf club to a golf tournament, or bring your own baseball bat to a baseball tournament. Like, why? Anyway, this episode is good. Gives more character development for Meggy, which, as we'll see later, she'll get a lot of in this arc. And even more after this arc. And even more after that arc. And even more. And even more. And even more. And even... Okay, let's just get on to the next episode. Anyway, they took the weapons somewhere near Ingopolis in this cabin in the desert. I was about to say, why is there a desert? But then I realized Splatoon is in a post-apocalyptic world. Even though it's an SMG4 cannon with so many other things. Anyways, our heroes break through the roof. However, Tori and Luigi get stuck, and Mario just slams through the ceiling onto the floor. Anyway, they roll a 1 in Charisma so Destiny doesn't take them seriously and hits a button.
What?
And launches them out. Well, I guess she's not wrong. Crap, guys, she pulled out the go away sign. Now we have to leave. Anyway, we cut to the others who have finally left Japan. After 4 weeks. And arrived in the airport. And unfortunately, because of the anime ban still being in effect, they are not allowed through.
Holy shit, it's SMG4.
We thought you were cartel food.
Damn.
You literally sold him out. Axel is impatient, so he creates a bunch of anime characters so they can get past the guard.
Oh god, please no. Quick, to the murder mobile.
They then take a bus to flee the airport. Really, Boopkins?
Who's up for a bus? Sing along.
I swear to gosh if you sing Baby Shark! Anyway, we see that Meggy was able to get a monster truck.
Short to go on big rides, yet she has a license to drive. What? Who gave you that?
Tori questions where she got the monster truck from, and she just says she knows a guy.
Remember, kids, drive responsibly. Whoa! Yeah.
Okay, the moral question of having Boy Scouts drive monster trucks aside, SMG4 and the others are riding in their bus and accidentally crash into the monster truck.
Hey, Stinky!
Hey man, what's the big idea, huh?
SMG4.
My boy.
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Yay, Bob, you're back too. Hooray!
Anyway, Axel is still impatient, but when laying eyes on Meggy and realizing she's an Inkling, he gets excited. Anyway, Axel says since Meggy is an Inkling, she could help them unban anime. Meggy doesn't want to, obviously, but after finding out that the reason they left Japan was because Psycho couldn't return, she hops on the wagon. Again! She has been gone for 4 weeks! Did you not call the cops? Like, 4 weeks is... Let me know if you guys have taken a month-long vacation. I don't know. Most vacations I do are like just a week. However, Meggy needs her weapons to help.
How bothersome.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, Axel. Blame Luke and Kevin for not being able to pick between a Splatfest arc and an anime arc. Well, since I made that joke, I might as well explain it. So there were two ideas for what the anime arc would be. There was the original plan, which was what I said before, Bookins becoming a dealer of anime and starting his own company. But the second idea was a Splatoon one that would follow Meggy and Splatfest. However, they were having trouble until they decided to combine the two ideas. I will talk about this more later so you understand where that click came from. However, all you need to know now is that this is what turned the anime arc into what could have been a footnote on SMG4 to something very important in the history of Glitch. And I mean history of Glitch. This would affect the company. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the story.
Okay, fine. Fishko, Duck Nerd, Pickle, Frienda Pickle. Let's do this!
So they get a bunch of Pokemon and head towards Destiny's base. Quick question. I know the pen has limits, but why just a Charizard, Blastoise, and a Snorlax? When you can create, like, any anime character? Like, seriously. Why are... Never mind. Anyway, they do defeat Desti, but she makes a deal with Meggy. If she can beat her in a 1v1, she'll give the weapons back. But if she loses, she pulls out Splatfest.
No! Tutto lavato, l'abito! Oh, mamma mia!
The duel begins, but...
Say what?
Game over!
Glumshanks, is that irony?
I try to avoid the word irony, sir, on account of nobody knows what it means.
While they're getting away, Axel looks at Ingopolis, revealing that he used to live there.
Man, I felt like I haven't said a word this whole episode. Anyone else feel that?
Anyway, this episode was great. It's really hard to judge it on its own because we're getting to the point where the episodes are more becoming interconnected. So, let's just hurry up and get to the next episode. Now, let's see if they can save anime. Anyway, the next episode's called Mario Saves the Anime. She's one of those people that takes Pokemon way too seriously. Okay, maybe I also take Pokemon a bit too seriously. I don't know why it took me this long to realize that Meggy actually said thank you in this clip. That's a cool detail. Okay, when I first watched this, I thought he was giving Meggy, like, celery or some vegetables. Why is she giving her Christmas cookies? Is it a reference to the Xmas episode? I don't know. Anyway, Axel explains the plan of how they're going to get anime on ban.
So here's the plan. Princess Peach.
It's not possible!
But there's so much ass in there.
Okay, somewhere there is a solo voice clip of Luke, who right now is the co-CEO of Glitch that made Amazing Digital Circus and Murder Drones, saying there's so much ass in there. I need someone to find it.
You underestimate me! Yeah, Ink Weaver!
Hello!
Anyway, they can't get past the Anime Secret Service since well, his anime characters are not at their full power.
Dramatic backstory!
What the hell was that?
Inkopolis was a rough place. We all hated anime.
I find it funny because I'm pretty sure in the actual games, Inklings would be the type of people that would binge a bunch of anime.
And so, I made Inkweaver. Now I got friends! Yay!
Well, actually, there was this one guy I was friends with who watched TV a lot, but let's just say his head was in the wrong place.
I'm only using 5% of my power. What? I need Inkling Ink for 50% of my power!
Maggie's reluctant, but knowing Psycho wouldn't be allowed in the Mushroom Kingdom, she decides to give up some of her ink.
Wow.
God damn it! You got paint in the goddamn house!
Anyway, they need help trying to break into Peach's castle, so they get the Anime Cartel.
Hey guys, it's me, Francis.
However, when they hear Axel is helping them, they go a bit crazy.
Otakus, I need your help. I love you! No.
Will you be the father of my babies?
Draw on me! Quick, to the Weeaboo Protection Chamber!
God damn it!
Anyway, Axel shows them his power to shut them up.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh!
He has a special pen that uses Inkling ink that makes anime real.
Boopkins! Why are you telling him this? You don't know what you started. Wait, he's also the one that told Waluigi to try getting into Smash Bros. He was heavily involved in the Rapper Bob arc. And he started this whole arc to begin with because he wanted an anime contest. Boopkins, you started freaking everything. Anyway, they get ready to pull off their plan. SMG4 releases the cartels to distract the guards, while Mario, Axel, and Boopkins sneak into the castle. The girls help by being a sniper position.
Hey, this is gonna be good. Okie dokie, you know it. Gotcha! Sorry,
Anyway, while the others are getting into the castle, Luigi and Bob sneak underwater to plant bombs under the castle to distract Swag.
Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo.
What did I say about Baby Shark? It takes a while, but they are able to get the explosives lit to take out Swag. Then they make their way to Peach.
oh no. Mario! Oh no.
Name's Axel. And Princess... Unbanned anime.
Yeah, boy.
No. Oh. Oh.
Well, to be fair, you only really said it was a threat because it blew up your castle. I mean, obviously that other stuff was going on, but I kind of think you did this for selfish reasons.
But why? She's a bitch!
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Anyway, they then sing a very, very cringy parody of A Whole New World. Peach then becomes a weeb, and she unbans anime.
Swag. Swag. What the hell happened?
Mr. Chris, I don't feel so good.
Anyway, Axel leaves.
Wait, Senpai! You're leaving already?
Correct, Green Frog. Anime's unbanned. I must leave now. my bounty. Thank you all very much.
The gang reunite and are ready for the next chapter, Splatfest. This is a very good episode, and I very like the heist aspect of the whole episode. Anyway, this is a good ending for the arc, and I will see you in Splatfest. Between Or and Nui fans, Bob and Mario are left. Mario asked it. Mario asked it. Mario asked. Mario asked. Tari. Why am I mispronouncing my words today? She was brought to life by a magic wand, Kamek's wand to be precise. So she goes on to a rooftop. She goes on a rooftop. God. I'm not wearing my jacket, damn.